Good everyone, and welcome to this video. And today it's here's the surprise, the I-153P. I've been eyeing up this aircraft for quite a bit of time, to be honest, and I thought, well, I was going to grind some GE for it, but then obviously I got gifted 1,000 Golden Eagles when obviously I bought the Pyramid, which obviously, well, that's my one attempt at pronouncing it. Obviously, Matt Redical will obviously correct me in the comments, and obviously I can say it properly in future videos, so that's helpful. But I did have a 30% discount on the i16 Type 28, but the problem is that the Type 28, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I've flown the Type 27 quite a lot, and obviously the Type 17, which found that sucked. But I thought I want something a bit more, something a bit more, shall we say, my sort of style, but at the same time something unique. And I thought the I-153P was the perfect candidate. So let's go over the aircraft. So the I-153P is essentially a I-153 Chaika, but it's been upgraded to have 20mm Shavak cannons. You can tell this thing's Russian, can't you? Essentially, it's because the Russians were struggling for fighters, so they wanted to actually get the I-16 and the I-153 back into production to obviously help out against the Germans and all that, even though these aircraft were horribly obsolete compared to the German fighters, but they could still hold their own. And obviously the P was obviously a attempt to obviously upgun the Chaika. I'm not really sure how the project ended, but judging by the I-153's tendency to be a bit of a bastard to its pilots, I think I can guess what happened. But if anyone wants to elaborate in the comments, please do feel free. So obviously we're on with two 20mm Shavak cannons with 150 rounds per gun, and obviously as you can see under the wings, I have brought the Russian bias 82 rockets. That's what I call them at least. Now we do have access to other ordnance types, obviously 450 kilo bombs which drop in pairs, and 8 standard RS-82 rockets. We're not going to be using the RSs because, well, they're good against aircraft, but they're not very good against ground targets. At least from the RBS, if I do use them against an aircraft, they can kill, and not only that, they can also kill ground targets. They can pretty much one-shot a light pillbox, give or take. Depends on how you hit it. Obviously, air targets for the 20 mils. Obviously, I want to get as less tracer ammunition in the belts as possible. We could go with stealth, but the problem is I have never actually fired the guns on this Chaika yet. So, yeah, we'll just see how we do. Obviously, it is a biplane, so being at 2.7, we're probably going to be picked on. And being at 2.7, we can see some pretty dang dangerous aircraft. For example, in the German troop, we've got things like the 110 G2, the 109 F2, and stuff like that. You've got a lot of dangerous aircraft, and even the 410, for example. When it comes to Japan, you've got stuff like the Zeros, which, to be fair, the Chaika can match in most situations. And for Italy, you've got stuff like the Crappuccino. Those are aircraft to take into account, but other than that, we should be pretty okay. Now, I do remember that oh, Derpage was probably going to hate me for bringing this one up, but he obviously has flown this aircraft before me. He technically has. He got a test drive for it, and obviously it was ruined by a Mr. Easy. I think it was Easy Make Oven. That's a retro video for it. Well, not really retro. That's quite an old video for it. It's a scumbag alert on a guy when Derp Angel was flying a Choiker. Obviously not to tank realistic battles, because there's your hint to what I'm spading at the moment. Well, one of the many vehicles that I'm spading, and I fucking hate it. Let's just say I hate the T-34-25. Don't get me wrong, the gun's nice, but it's just not a very good tank otherwise. But anyway, less discussion about what's upcoming in terms of spades. I've got that many spade reviews backed up. It's unbelievable. So what I am going to do is you will notice over the next few, obviously coming weeks, obviously once Sweden comes out, you will notice that there's a lot of 1.93 spade reviews. Don't worry about that. Trust me. That those are spade reviews that I didn't want to go to waste. And obviously, I've got footage for it and everything. So I recorded them obviously before I started my assignment. So, well, my obviously the assignment that's already been and gone. But yeah. So There will be a lot of older Spade reviews coming out, such as like the 410 B6R3, the HE177 bomber, etc. So obviously Sweden will be priority first, and then obviously they'll come out as they come out really. So just expect them every so often. There's at least 12 last time I checked. But anyway, less about my blabbering. I will see you all in the battle. And here we are. We're on Krimsk, summer 1945. So that means we're fighting the Allies. So, obviously we're a biplane, so maneuverability matters, but at the same time, so does our speed. But obviously, with it being a biplane, we're going to be slower than most of our opposition. Now, I have no idea why I have 16 backups for this thing, because I've never used it, as you can tell, but whatever. Maybe Gaijin just likes giving free stuff out whenever you buy an aircraft. Fuck, you know, those planes are noisy. One moment. Those planes are very fucking noisy. That's better. Right, wheels up. I love how quick the landing gear comes in on these Chaikas. I absolutely love it. So, let's have a look at the team. We are in a battle rating 3.3. You poor bastard. Let's get on the way. The reason why I say that is because the IL-237 is a pile of shit. I remember spraying that piece of shit. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, all I'll say is that that mouth ulcer, that tongue ulcer that I mentioned, that is going away, thankfully. So, I can actually talk better now. But, yeah, this is the bird that I chose. Obviously, I was going to go with the Type 28. The problem is, me and my I-16 love, I would fly it pretty much all the time. So, you'd be there like, Joe, what's your next Spade review? And I'd be like, what's the Spade review? Because I'd just be flying the I-16 Type 28 so much. Because I love I-16s in general. I mean, we ain't got enough of them in War Thunder, in my opinion, so we need like another 20. In case you didn't notice, that was sarcasm. We've got plenty, but I would want to see, in all seriousness, I would probably want to see more Focke-Wulf 190s, personally. I know I'm not the best in 190s, but I'm talking about the torpedo bomber variants. Same with the DOE 17. That thing gets neglected in War Thunder. I'd love to see more. And straight away, I can't whip the bollocks off this thing, so that's annoying. But whatever. Back to what I was saying. So the DOE 17 in War Thunder gets a bit neglected because it's just one of those bombers that people skip past. Obviously, I've done videos on both DOE 17s that are bombers. There was more night fighters, as far as I can tell, and there was more bombers. I think there was even a torpedo bomber variant. I would love to see some of those aircraft in War Thunder. The trouble is that in War Thunder now, it's all about getting to jets and shit like that. Jets don't make you good, people. I've always said that. Jets do not make you good. They never have, and they never will. That's just not how it works. That's like giving an 8-year-old a car to drive in, and they crash it, but you say to them, oh, put them in a Ferrari, and the same result will happen. I can guarantee you that. So, just, that's one thing that's always annoyed me about people's mentality in War Thunder. It's get to jets, and you're automatically good. You're not. Anyway, less about the discussion, and, well, let's go over this plane so far. So, obviously, we are keeping up with the monoplanes like it should, but even so, I don't think I'm going to be intercepting any bombers in this thing. You see, with something like Zhukovsky's Chaika, you can afford to intercept bombers because you've got the ammo load for it, and, well, the 7.62s will rip apart anything. The trouble is with the P is that, obviously, with us having a very high fire rate in the guns and limited ammo, we have to take that into account. Right, so we've got P39N, that looks single engine, that looks twin engine, I think that's a B34, yes it is. That's just come up, I think that's single engine, but to be honest I'm not that fussed about it. Oh, bow fighter, oh it's a boo fighter, okay. Did he kill the IL-237? Yes he did. Oh, you dirty boy, don't bully planes like that. Obviously, I'm not going to annoy the B-34 because that's just a recipe for suicide. Especially with the 50s on that thing. Trust me, folks, you haven't lived till you've flown that thing as a fighter. Trust me, it is fun. Play it as a bomber intercept. It's like the Beaufort. I think Hairy Feet doesn't like the Beaufort. It's either the Blenheim or the Beaufort they don't like. But I remember once, I think it was Tigger and a couple of other subscribers, we jumped in Beauforts and we just went bomber intercepting at 15,000 feet against Condors. It was so fun. I'm totally not giving you ideas, Hairy Feet. Just saying, mate. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But honestly, mate, give the Beaufort a try as a bomber interceptor. You will see what I mean. Right, so we've got Spitfires up high. There's another Spitfire there. That is a Wellington, so I'm going to let him go straight away. Hairy Feet's got got a policy of letting Wellingtons bomb when he's not recording, but he doesn't let them bomb when he's recording. Yeah, it depends. If the Wellington's already dropped, I'm killing it. If it hasn't dropped, I'm letting it go. Unless it flies right at me like a suicidal maniac, then obviously I'm going to have to deal with it. Okay, let's see what we can do about this Smith NW, which just sounds like WH Smith to me. And that B-34 we saw earlier has crashed, that's fine. He's baiting for that lag, so hopefully the lag should have him. And yep, he got the lag, but I think he just cost the yak his wingtip or something. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that much this game. I mean, most of the team's pretty much dead anyway because of that A36 squad. I can hear anti-aircraft going off. So we've got a Spitfire up high. I know well, one of the A36s crashed earlier on. I know that for certain. So I'm going to go down here and attack these guys. Yep, I think the P-39 has just been smoked. I'm not entirely sure. I'm watching that airspeed because I don't like the look of that airspeed is all I'll say. Yep, he just went down. That's fine. Oh, watch the red out. I don't want to red out. Oh, that felt nice, that maneuverability. That was my fault with that aim there. Obviously, I'm not used to the guns being nattered quite high up the nose yet. But still, first kill for me. Oh my god, the teams are actually pretty evenly matched. Right, well, I want to get rid of these rockets. I don't care what I fire at them. So, enjoy. And enjoy. Enjoy. And enjoy. Well, 3 out of 4. I'll take it. Right, I saw on the kill feed that there was a P-40E ground attacking. There's very few places you can ground attack without getting detected on this map, so that's where we're going to go looking. That A-36 over there is causing my team a bit of trouble. Strachan Gaming. That sounds like something a 12-year-old would name. No offense. To be fair, I can't say shit, because back in the day, when I was about 11, I actually did have a small YouTube channel back in those days. And it was called, something called Sniper 00, something like that. And I was only like 11, 12 at the time. I regretted doing it, that's all I'll say. But, I was only young, so you can sort of understand why I did it. I did see a dot over here, so I'm not sure if that was him, or... Right, let's go for a zoom climb. Let's have a look. We have the airspeed for it, so... Yeah, he's down there. Okay. I thought I saw a dot. So what have we got left? We've got that one, well, that Wellington. We've got that Spitfire up high, and we've got something else. Oh, the Wellington just suicided. Poor sod. I feel sorry for anyone who's flying Wellingtons at the moment. I'm just watching my fuel because obviously this thing consumes fuel quite quickly. So, yeah, we've got a couple of grand targets, got an air kill so far, so we're doing okay. Where's that guy gone? Where is thy little shit? You motherfucker! He fucking crashed it, you motherfucker. Oh, where's the last guy then? Caspran Naughty Word. What's he in? P39. And it said soft landing, so I think I have a rough idea of where he might be. Well, if he was expecting stellar action, I'm sorry about that, but not much I can do. But, yeah, obviously this is one of the many around about this battle rating premiums that you can purchase for Russia. Personally, if you're newer to War, well, like, if you're more experienced with War Thunder, I would recommend the P40E. That's my vote. That's my casting vote. If you are looking for something like that's good for cast and is highly maneuverable, this would probably be your best bet. For a newer player, I would probably say the P40 as well. But if this thing's quite familiar to those who are starting out and everything. But I just think, oh, I see the last guy. I just think this thing is a bit, it's temperamental. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes the guns just feel weird. Obviously, because I'm not used to them yet, I'm a bit shit with the shooting, but even so. So let's have a look at the last guy, level 8. Okay. He looks to be a wannabe smurfer, personally, but we'll see about that. Well, P39Ns are very famous for being very good. Let's just say that. Oh no, you don't, kid. Not falling for that one. Beautiful. That's how you do it. That was easy. But to be fair, he did try and pull up there. He would have had the energy if he had a bit more speed behind him to potentially get a couple of shots in with the 50s or something like that. But yeah, whatever. I just used to check his maneuverability. Yeah, not bad for our first game. 3 grand targets, 2 kills. I'll take it. I don't know what the fuck you're doing because, well, game's probably gonna end by the time you get there, pal. But yeah, pretty impressive for obviously it's a I-153. I do love my biplanes. And yeah, you can throw it around like this. I love how much you can throw around a Joker. I honestly do. I've always said that those things have ridiculous flight models. But yeah, not a bad game and obviously good results overall. Like I say, if I was to personally recommend an aircraft for a newer player, it would probably be either the excuse me, the Kitty Hawk, the Hurricane, or, well, obviously you get Zhukovskis if you choose Russia anyway, but those are the two I'd recommend. Obviously, P39K is good, but obviously you got to watch for that weight and the wings and everything. But to be honest, if you get used to it, you should be fine. But yeah, so pretty happy with the aircraft so far. Obviously, it's another one of my many Russian premiums that I now have. I was actually gonna go down and buy the. I think it was a. What was it? Was originally going to be the SMK, but then I thought no, because well, me and twin turreted tanks don't get along. Let's just say. But anyway, I'll let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's bonus video on the I-153P, and I will see you all on the next one.